All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, which is GMS, and citation all around the world. That's teaching the truth. My name is Maya Ka'al Nagab with Chicago branch of GMS. And as a disclaimer, we are not black Hebrew Israelites. We are not black Jews. We are not black Hebrews. Black is a color, not a nationality. We are not affiliated with any black identities and extremist group. All right, so right here, so it says back-to-back earthquakes, shadow rolls, and windows in Alaska. All right, it says Anchorage, Alaska's back-to-back earthquakes measuring 7.0, 5.7 shattered highways and rocking buildings on Friday in Anchorage and the surrounding areas, sending people running to the streets. Narcissistic ass people, man. Sending people running to the streets and briefly triggering a tsunami warning for islands and coastal areas south of the city. No tsunami arrived, and there was no immediate reports of deaths and serious injuries. It says, yeah, man, this the work of Yahweh, man. You know, there's a prophecy in the Bible, man. You have earthquakes, you get earthquakes. All these couple years, man, earthquakes all over the places, man. All right. It says Matthew chapter 24 verse 7 says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. These are beginning assaults, right, man? Beginning assault for Esau, the so-called white man. All right, and that's you heathen, you fucking 2/3, man. All right. So all right, so the prophecies coming true, man. It says the U.S. Geological Survey said the first and more powerful quake was centered about 7 miles north of Anchorage, Alaska's large city, with a population of 300,000 people. People ran from their offices and took cover on the desk. It said the 5.7 aftershock arrived within minutes, followed by a serious smaller quake. Damn. It said we just hung onto each other. You couldn't even stand, said Sheila Bailey, who was working at high school cafeteria. And problem with the quake struck, it surrounded and felt like the school was breaking apart. Yeah, see, man, you damn devils, man. You came to Alaska, you came there and oppressed the hell out of the Gadites up in there. All right. You know, then also you take advantage of people, man. You go in those bars, man. You know, Gad got drinking, not all of them, but you know, some guy that's got drinking proper. And particular women, you down Edomites, your little red, pinkish ass, little red Vienna sausages and shit. Go in there and you know, take advantage of women or they got a drinking problem. You fuck them for give them beers and shit for you could fuck them, man. You know, you're a fucking devil, Esau, man. Doing that shit. All right, but anyway, man. And other atrocities you committed, way worse than that, man. Amongst the Gadites in Alaska. All right, it says, let me see right here. Let me go back. It says a large section of an off-ramp near Anchorage Airport collapsed, marooning a car on a narrow island pavement surrounded by deep chasms and concrete. Several cars crashed at a major intersection westward north of Anchorage during the shaking. It says Anchorage Police Chief Justin Dahl said he had been told parts of the Glen Highway, a scenic route that runs northeast out of the city past farms, mountain, and glacier, had completely disappeared. Traffic in the 3 lanes heading out the city was bumper to bumper, all but stopped Friday afternoon as emergency vehicle passed on shoulder. The quake broke store windows, not items or shell, Open cracks in two-story building downtown, disrupted electrical service, disabled traffic lights, snarling traffic, also threw a full-grown man out of his bathtub. It said flights at airports suspended for hours after the quake knocked out telephones and forced evacuation of control tower, and the 800-mile Alaska pipeline was shut down while crews were sent to inspect it for damage. It said Anchorage school system canceled class and asked parents to pick up children while to examine buildings for gas and other damage. It said 15-year-olds cited black other members of Homer High School wrestling team were at Anchorage school gymnasium waiting for a tournament to start. When the bleachers started rocking like crazy, the lights went out. People started running down bleachers in the dark trying to get out. It was a gym full of screams. All right, yeah, man. All right, Most High, he's a terror, man. He's a terrible guy. All right. It says Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 17. It says, for Yahweh, your power, all right, your power of gods and lords of lords is a great power and a mighty and terrible, which God not the person nor take rewards. All right, so you go terrible, man. Look this up. The terrible says Yara. All right, and let's see. It says Yara, a primitive root, the fear moral to veer costly, frightened, or frightened to make afraid, dreadful, fearful, having reference in terrible. Alright, let's see, Hebrew, the Genesius Hebrew Chaldean lexicon, see what it says. Try and get this and get full entry. It says Yara. Alright, but that's all they put now. But you know, like I said, man, you know, the house the keys, he's the king of terror, man. So that all people, all those simple ass people, all those simple and screaming, man. Alright. You can see all these scriptures, man. Alright, so you know, so the Most High is terrible, man. Man, he's a power to be feared, man. Alright, you people, man, you think it's a damn joke and shit, man. This is just the beginning of it, man. Wait till you start seeing the chariots, alright, everything, man. You know, you people, man. Something else, you talk shit about the Bible, about the men of the Lord, GMS, all right, men of valor, and so on, brothers that teach us like us, teach the true doctrine in this book, man. All right, this it said it was a gym full screen set team chaperone Jenny Grimes. It said when it was over, Saudi said there was one thing she could do. I started crying. It said John Leto was waiting with his 5-year-old daughter, other children's school bus near their home, and was sitting there. When the quake struck, the children got on the ground with Leto tried to keep them calm. Alright. It says one of those things in your head you think, okay, it's going to stop. And you say to yourself so many times in your head to find you think, okay, this isn't going to stop. He said soon after shaking in, the school bus pulled up and the children boarded. but the driver stopped at the bridge, refused to go across because of deep cracks in the road, Leto said. It said, former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin tweeted her home was damaged. I found the entire house is not. I imagine the case with many others. She posted a video inside her parents' home where broken dishes littered the kitchen floor and large sets and apples appeared to have fallen off the wall of the living room. He saw the hunter. Alright. It said Governor Bill Walker issued a disaster declaration. He was in an elevator in a high-rise active building and said it was a rough ride coming down. He described the quake at 7.2, though it was unclear why his figure different from the USGS in Kenai. Alright, in Kenai, southwest of Anchorage. Brandon Slanter was home alone and soaking his bathtub when the earthquake quickly struck. Slanter, who weighs 209 pounds, said it created a powerful back and forth slosh that threw him out of the tub. It says right here, his 120-pound master panicked and tried to run downstairs, but the house was swaying so much the dog was thrown into a wall and tumbled down the stairs. It says Slatton ran into his son's room after the shaking stopped. Says butt naked run. The boy's fish was on the floor, gasping. His tank shattered. Slatton put the fish in a bowl. It was Antarctic, he said. There was no pictures left on the wall. There was no power. There was no fish left. Everything that's not tiled down is broken. Alright. It said Alaska was the site of the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in the U.S. The 9.2 magnitude quake on March 27, 1912 was centered around 75 miles east of Anchorage, and the tsunami trigger claimed 130 lives. It said the state averaged 40,000 earthquakes a year, with more larger earthquakes than 49 states combined. It says southern Alaska has a higher risk of earthquake because the Earth's plates slide past each other under the region. Alright. So, there you go, man. Alright, so, Shalom.